the last video, we discussed about how we can work with tuple. Now we are starting with dictionary in Python, which is again a type of data in Python programming. So let's see what is actually a dictionary in Python. Now, dictionary is again a type of data in Python where we can store heterogeneous type of data. So it is also a collection of dictionary is also a collection of heterogeneous type of data. That means you can store homo as well as heterogeneous type of data, means you can store similar or dissimilar type of data. So collection of heterogeneous type of data which is unindexed. That means which value you are going to store, you can't access it by using the indexing. So dictionary is unindexed but ordered. That means in which order you are going to store the value, in the same order you can access the value also. So it is ordered. One more thing, that it is mutable also. That means you can add, remove, and replace the value inside the list. So it is mutable type of data. And much more properties are there. One important property here is how we can store data in dictionary. So for that, we have a combination like key and value. This is how you can store the data in this format only in the dictionary. And the key should always be unique. You can't use duplicate keys here. The key should always be unique here. Okay, so no duplicate keys are allowed. You can use, okay. Now, so let's see how we can create a dictionary. One more thing, to create dictionary, we can only use the curly bracket here. Let's see. So I'm going to create a dictionary for the employee or for the student. Let me do it for student. Equal to curly bracket. First of all, I'm storing here name of the student, which acts like a key. Colon is a separator between key and the value. So key is name. So the name of the student, suppose I'm using here Manoj. Any name you can take, it's totally up to you. Okay, comma to separate one combination of key value to different. I'm using here the age of the student. Let me use here 12. As you can see, this is a string data, this is integer data. Let me use here subject of the student. So that I'm going to store into a list. Subject is suppose maths, chemistry, Python, any subject we can write here. It's up to you. Okay. So suppose this is how we can create a dictionary in Python. As you can see, it is a collection of heterogeneous type of data which is not indexed. Okay, you can access the value by using the key only. You can access its individual elements. Okay, you can access the values. It is not indexed, but it is ordered. In which order you are storing the value, it's the same order you can access the value also. Now, so let's do all that thing in our programming part also. So I'm going to open my IDLE first. And that is for the dictionary. Now, so here, let me start with creating a dictionary first. So I'm using here the student, or I'm using here any name, any variable you can take, it's totally up to you. Curly bracket, because in dictionary we can store the value in between the curly brackets. So A is equal to, let's use here the name. So the name of the student is suppose Uberty. Any name you can take, it's up to you. Or any key and value pair you can use. Name, let me use here age. The age I'm using here, let's use 12. Subject of the student. Subject I'm storing here, let's see, Python, machine learning, data science, and all, whatever subject you want. Let me store, okay, only 3 values I'm going to store. And because you can see here now I have no more data, so I'm not using the square the uh, comma after that. Okay, so for the last value you don't need to use the comma. Now, so let's first of all try to print the value. Again, there is no need to store the value in different lines. I'm just doing it just to make the code clean. Okay. So first of all, name of the value, name value of A I want to print, and the type of A. Let's see, let's run this code. And you can see here we have name, age, and subject, and you can see it is in the same order. And the class is basically dict that defines dictionary. Now, how we can access the value? How we can access the value? So to access the value, always if you want to access the value, you need to use the key of that data. So I want to extract name of the student only. So I'm using a print a square bracket the key. So key is, suppose I'm using your name. I want to extract the name of the student. So name is keyword here. Okay. Now I want to extract the age. Let's just copy it. Age is 12. And I want to extract the subject as well. And the subject is like this one. Okay, so this is how we can do this. One more thing, we can access the key value. We can access the key value by different role also. Like we can access the value by using this method, or we have one more method here, and that by using a method called get. So let's see, we can do the same thing like this also. Just a minute. So I'm using here, instead of using it like this, I'm using here dot get. What you want to get? The value of name I want to get. Okay, let's see. So run, and you can see the output here, which is, you can see QWERTY. And for this one, so a dot get will also give me QWERTY, and a of name will also give me QWERTY. Say okay, but the thing is, what is the use of this get here? Okay, if we already have the a method here, if we already have a method here to access the value like this, okay, then why there is a need of get here? Let's talk about that. What is the main difference between accessing the value by using a square bracket and by using get function? Okay, let's see. So for now, I'm going to comment everything from here. Now, suppose I want to extract name of the student, so we can do it like this. What if I want to extract the country of the student? Is it possible to extract the country of the student? No, it is not possible. Why? Because there is not any key like country. No, let's see. So print, I'm saying here start. So print start. Uh, Print, I'm using here, let's see, a of name. First of all, name. Okay, just to show you the output. And then I'm using a print stop. Okay, you will understand why I'm doing this. So run this code. You can see, so start, QWERTY, and stop. Now, what if I'm using here country? You can see country is not available here. How it is possible to extract it? Let's see. Run this code and you can see start. See here. start A of country, you can see key error country. That means this key is not available here. And because this is not, because it this line generated an error, that's why the next line will not execute. Okay, because in Python it works as an interpreter. So in interpreter, line by line execution will be done. So because here this line is generating the error, the interpreter got stuck in this line and rest of the line will not execute. It doesn't matter whether we have any error or not. Now let me comment this one. Instead of that, I'm using here print a dot get name of the student. So that will work because this is correct. We can extract the name, see. But instead of that, what will happen if I'm using here country? It will not generate any error. Why? Because if you're using get function, no, because again in this line we are getting one error, country is not available. So this get function will not stuck in that line, but it will give you a default value which is none. And then because of that it will execute the next line also. Instead of none, you can change the value also. Like suppose if the key is available, country, you can give the value here. If the key is not available, you can just type here not found. And now you can see here, for because country value is not available, so it is saying not found. Suppose instead of country, I'm writing here age. Now you can see here, because age is already available, so it is giving me the value of age, not found. So this is the main difference if you are using a get function instead of using the square bracket to access the value from a dictionary. Okay, so this is the main difference. Now let's talk about some more thing. Again, it needs some practice. Okay, let's comment everything. Okay. Now, one more thing, let's see, because a list is, now let's see whether it is indexed or not. So in place of that, I'm using here a of 0. Okay, let's see whether it will give me the name value or not, a of 0. So you can see key error, 0 is not defined here, no? 0 is not, because dictionary is not indexed. That's why a of 0 is not recognized by this one, because dictionary is unindexed. Now, the next thing is dictionary is mutable. That means we can add, remove, and replace the value inside the dictionary. So let's see. In this case, let's do it like this one. Let's see whether we can add any element inside the dictionary or not. So I'm using here a of, the key value I want to add is like suppose state of the, or maybe country of that student. So in country, I'm using here, let's say India. Okay. And let me print the value again. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So run, and you can see here the output. So this is the actual value. Now, name dictionary. Now, here you can see name is QWERTY, age is 12, subject is this. Now it adds the value at the last. Country is equal to India. Okay, so this is how you can add the element. I want to add one more value, so I can just copy it from here. Instead of country, I want to add a phone number here. Okay, run this code, and you can see here it adds the phone number as well. Same way, like suppose instead of phone number, I want to add age again. So instead of age, I'm using here 35 this time. But you can see here age is already available here. Is it possible to add it once again? Let's see. Basically what happens, no, you can't use duplicate value, but if you're using it, no, it replaces the value with the updated one. So it adds the age, it will not add another age, but it just update the value. Let's see. So you can see this is the before one, and after that you can see we have this age but with the updated value and the single age is there. So this is how you can use it. I hope this part is clear, how we can add any element inside a dictionary. So this is how we can add it. Next thing is, after adding the value, let's see how we can remove any element from the dictionary. So to remove any element, we have multiple functions are there. First of all, I have a pop function. Let's see. See, in dictionary, no, to remove any element, we have, again, we have a clear function to remove all the element from the dictionary. We have del keyword to remove one by one all the whole dictionary from the memory. We have pop item to remove random element, or you can say the last element or last added element from the dictionary. Okay, my bad. So pop item will remove the last added element in the dictionary, and then we have pop function. Okay, so these are the function by which you can remove any element from the dictionary. Pop will remove any element which you add as a key. Let's see. So first of all, I'm using the pop function. So a dot pop, and I want to remove name from here. Name I want to remove, and then I want to print the value. Let's see, run this code, and you can see the output. So at first, this is the before value, and then you can see name is removed from here. After that, let me comment it now. The next thing is I want to remove the last added element. So a dot pop item. The last added element is nothing but subject. And here you don't need to define any value. You just remove any element which is lastly added. You can see last added value is subject, so that is removed from the dictionary. Now, then we have see clear function. So a dot clear, it remove all the element from the dictionary, but not the dictionary. Only the element will be removed, not the whole dictionary. If you want to remove the dictionary, what you can do, you can just do it like this. Del A, it remove the whole dictionary from the memory. And you can see that's why after printing the type of A, it removes that A from the memory. And then if you want to print the value of A, now it is unable to print because it's already removed from the memory. Then what if I'm just using an A of a name only I want to remove? So it is also possible like this one. So it only remove this name from here. Okay. So one by one also you can do it. Okay. As of now, you can add, remove, and replace the element like this one. Okay. Let's comment everything. Okay. Now, so this is how we can do this. Now the next thing is what else we can do with the dictionary. So in that case, we can check out the functions we can use in the dictionary. Just go to the run Python shell. Just create a dummy one. Okay, and just type here a.tab. And you can see it will show all the functions which we can use in the dictionary. So we have clear function, we have copy function. Copy is same like a list copy function, if you remember. I will tell you how we can use it actually. From keys function, get we already used. Items, keys, pop items, set default, update, values, lots of functions are there. Okay. Let me tell you what we can do with this one. Some of the functions. First of all, if you want to extract all the keys from this dictionary, you can use keys function. So all the key only I want to extract, like name, age, and subject. So we can do it like this. Print a dot keys. It will extract all the keys from the dictionary into this format, in iterable format. Okay. Suppose out of it, I want to extract the first one. Okay. So you can see here, the first one you can see here, dictionary object is not substitutable because we can't extract it by the indexing. Okay. So it will give me the whole key one by one. Same way will give me the whole value also. So a dot values, it will give me only the value like keyword T12 and the list. Okay. Now, the combination of key and value is called an item. So you can extract the items also. So print a dot items. That will give me the all the items like in pair of key and value is called an item. Like this is a single item, this one is a single item, this one is a single item. So when I am going to run this code, you can see the output. So this is a single item. item and the item. Okay, so this is the way by which you can apply some of the methods in dictionary. Let me tell you how copy function works. Okay, so let's comment everything. Now let's remove this one also. Let's comment this thing also. Let me show you how so let's see how actually we can work with the how copy function works here. So I'm creating a dictionary here. A is equal to, in name I'm using here triple A, and in age I'm storing here 11. Okay, now I'm using here B is equal to A. Okay, that means whatever we have A in B also. Now, and because the value of A and B is exactly same, it takes the same memory. That means the ID of A and B will exactly same. Let's see. Okay, so B, replace it with B here. Let's see. Run this code and you can see here. So you can see the ID is exactly same. ID is exactly same means it looks like this. If this is my memory, and here we have A, suppose, where I have name and then age we have 11. Okay, now you are saying B is equal to A. So B is equal to A means A and B are sharing the same value, the same data. And because you're checking the ID, so because the same value is shared by A and B, so the ID is exactly same. And if the ID is same, that means whatever changes I'm going to make in A, it reflects into B also, like this one. So if I'm saying here A of, I'm saying, let's see, school, okay, is equal to, let's see, BIT, okay, some random name I'm using here. And then I'm going to print the value of A and B. Just copy it from here again, Control C and V. Let me add some difference here. Now, just to get some space, I'm doing this one. Now run this code. See, so first of all, we have name and age, the same value is there with the same ID. Now, after that, after adding one value into A only, you can see it adds the school BIT in both of this dictionary and the ID is same. That's why this is happening. Okay. But suppose instead of using B is equal to A, I'm using here B dot copy. Okay, now B dot copy means now this B will take the same value of A but in different memory location. So whatever you are going to change in A, it will not reflect in B now. Let's see. The same value you need to run and you can see the difference. The ID is different because they're using copy function, and whatever change you are doing in A is not reflecting in B now. Okay, so I hope this part is clear how copy works in dictionary also. Okay, so again, some more functions are there. You can do it by yourself. See, okay, only you need to work on from keys and set default. Okay, one more thing we have, which is update. Let me tell you how actually update works. Okay, now this is as a task you have. Try to work on from keys and set default. Try to do it by yourself. Okay, uh, let me tell you how update function works. Again, if you're having any doubt in both of the functions, no, you can just on the LMS, you can type the message, or you can in the discussion, you can type the query. If I got time, I'll like solve the query. Otherwise, many people are there, they can they'll solve the your query. Okay, just update on the discussion board on the same LMS. Okay, or you can just message me also. So The next thing is, let's see how update function works. So update function is basically used to, like, by using if you want to add any element inside the dictionary, no, we have a method of square bracket. We can just do it like this one. Let me just comment everything. Suppose it's, if I have this dictionary here. Okay, let me print the value. Okay, I have this dictionary. If I want to add one value, we can do it like this. A of let's use phone number. Okay. When I'm going to print the value of A, we can do it like this. Okay. Okay. So, but the problem here is we can add the value one by one only. We can't, like, if we want to add more than one value, it is not possible by using the square bracket method. So that we can do by using update function. If you want to add more than one value, so we can do it like this. And one more thing, by using update function, no, you can you can even add the value more than one value at the same time. You can replace the value, and you can like you can replace as well as add the value at the same time. Let's see. So a dot update. In this case, I want to change the name of the student. So the name I want here is triple B. Age I want the same. Phone number I want the same. I want to update the college name. College name is suppose QRT. One more value I want to add. Suppose let's see, the state of the person. State is suppose any state you can take. Let me use here Maharashtra. Any state you can take. It's totally up to you. Okay, and let's close it. Let me print the value. Run this code, and you can see the difference here. You can see we can add all the things, and we can change the value at the same time. So this is the use. Okay, this is how you can use dictionary function. So that's all for this video. In the next video, we'll understand what are the more things we can do in dictionary. So for now, thank you so much.